Another week down. We are through week 3 of the NFL season for the Green Bay Packers, and they get away with a very hard-fought game week 3 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Aaron Rodgers outlasts Tom Brady in what very well could be their last playoffs or last matchup in general. Hopefully it is. I don't want to see that team in the playoffs again. But as always, this is Redhead Takes back again with another game breakdown for the Green Bay Packers. A well-fought game that went down to the wire as I predicted, but the Packers pulled it out as I said they would. You know how to find my stuff. Twitter, Locals, Rumble, and Twitch. But let's get to the video. In a game that was surprising throughout, the Packers looked really great on defense. I mean, there were some times where they faltered towards the end. Defense looked a little weak, giving Tom Brady many chances to come back and win and eventually score at the end of the fourth quarter. It was a well-fought game, though. Rodgers looked pretty decent for the most part. Had a bad interception that was totally on him. And the running game looked pretty good throughout. Romeo Doubs comes in and finally shows why he was drafted where he was. And Cobb had some great plays. Lazard had a great touchdown, then proceeded to puke up probably because he was so dehydrated. And I don't blame him. They kept showing the on-field temperature throughout the game, and it was nearing 100, so be hard to play for anybody under those conditions. But not a lot of complaints too much. And also on top of that, their special teams shined through. They looked much better than they did the first week and even last week. Special teams is definitely looking like it's improving, which is great to see after having so many games over the past couple of years come down to losses because of bad plays on special teams. It was good and refreshing to see how a good special teams can really help your team when it comes to the nitty-gritty at the end of the game. Tampa Bay looked decent. I guess they struggled a lot against the Packers defense, had many chances to score, but shot themselves in the foot with bad penalties. It was pretty obvious the NFL tried to help them out at the end because there was that delay a game penalty that was not called on the third down play where they scored a touchdown. I know there was a lot of talk that it was just a quick look down and then play called and they never threw the flag, but it was pretty obvious that it should have been called. It doesn't matter in the end because the Packers stopped them on the 2-point conversion, but still, it's another one of those things that just seems to always happen depending on who you are in the NFL. Some teams will get that not called and others will have it called on them all the time. So the rules are really screwy. Same thing with the penalty and play calling. But I think from top to bottom, the Packers did pretty well. It's unfortunate to see Jair Alexander go out with a groin injury, and he was in street clothes by the end of the game, so that's probably not a good thing. Although they do get a decently easy schedule coming up with the Patriots and probably without Mac Jones. Then the Giants in London, which I guess could be a toss-up. And then the Jets, which, I mean, the Jets have looked decent this year, but they've struggled too, like yesterday. But the Green Bay Packers, I think, played well throughout. There were some weird plays. Packers could have won by more, but they had a couple fumbles. Defense shined through with caused a couple fumbles of their own. Tom Brady was under duress for most of the game. Sean Gary had a couple sacks taken away from obvious holding penalties that weren't called. I mean, there was a lot. I mean, it's one thing to expect with the Tampa Bay's battered offensive line. Is just doesn't look great, to be honest. They have so many injuries. They lost so much over the offseason. But yeah, I think the Packers are doing well. They're getting better. Yes, they lost to the Vikings in week 1, but Packers look to be improving, whereas the Vikings are not. And yeah, I'm glad to see my YouTube short that I released last night. If you want to check that out, it really hurt some Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans who told me to F off, and I bring you up because unlike you, if the Packers do happen to meet Tampa Bay in the playoffs and they lose, I am emotionally detached to the Packers at times, so I am fully aware that they could lose to the Buccaneers in the playoffs, but I don't get upset if my team loses to another team, unlike some people that commented on my YouTube short or gave it a dislike. I love rubbing other teams' fans the wrong way. They don't mean to disrespect, but I mean, Packers won. And there's really no reason to say Tampa Bay got jobbed at all. Most of the calls went Tampa Bay's way for the most part. But yeah, Packers look good and they're looking to get better. It'll be unfortunate for Jair to miss a couple games, but I hope he's able to get back. Hopefully the next couple weeks with the easier schedule will give him time to recover, and the Packers defense won't be missing too much. But yeah, that's all I have to say. There are just a lot of weird plays throughout the game. Just a very hard-fought game. Packers deserved the win. They held Tampa Bay at only 12 points. I know Tampa Bay was missing their top 3 wide receivers, but still. Anytime you win against Tom Brady, it's a good win for Aaron Rodgers, since this is only his second of his career against Tom Brady, so it could end with a 3-2 record in favor of Brady in terms of all-time matchups, but Packers win the day, looking to go back home next week against the New England Patriots. I think they'll win, but I'll get more into that in my next video when I preview that game. But yeah, I'm proud of the Packers. Yesterday they showed a lot of grit, a lot of tenacity. They looked great. Had some struggles, but ultimately shined through and pulled it out. And that's all I have to say. Go Pack Go. If you're just stumbling upon my video, give it a like. I hate doing this, but yeah, give it a like, subscribe, comment, share it around. And as always, have a great day. Go Pack Go. And God bless.